Cowboys Jets beating the hell out the Jets. I thought it'd be a little closer, even though I thought we would win. I should have watched the game last week, man. I went to work early. Little did I know we was gonna tie the Packers. It was gonna be a good game. I thought the Packers were gonna beat the hell out of the Cowboys. So I went to work early. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm at work, I'm checking the updates, and we tied. Of course, true cowboy fashion. In games we ain't supposed to be in, losing games we supposed to dominate. I thought this one would be a lot closer. But we beating the hell out the Jets. It don't look like it's gonna stop. We got the ball second half. It's 23-3. Top of the third. It's going down. We back. Need Dak to throw the ball 11 more times, man. 11 more completions so I can get this bag. 3rd and 3 right now. First drive of the second half. What's good? What's good? I see you in the building. Must be from overseas. Shout out to everybody who tuned in from overseas. Appreciate the love. What's up, Catherine? Big cat in the building. Shout out to all the Cowboy fans. You know we back. It's a beautiful Cowboy Sunday right now.
The Jets will first time on a halftime trying to mount a come. Whoa, looks like you're backing up a bit here. Okay, Luann? Is there Luann in the house?
Remember, you don't work here. Young homeowners love to get involved with everything.
Super Pierre. What it do? I don't speak Mandarin, nor can I read it. But I'm assuming you're saying what's up. So what's up, Pierre? I see you too, 9651. I don't even know what language that is. Pierre, I know you speaking something in Mandarin. That's all I know. But I don't know what you're saying though, bro.
360-degree swivel net, things up along baseboards, and even behind the toilet. Bye-bye, bucket. The Swiffer Power Pump.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big QP, fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So if you're McDone with tiny, overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Caught the early flight. See you there.
Finally beating your siblings to the good room on family vacation. That's what the world's biggest airline can do for you, baby bro.
I'm 26.
First Washington bought it.
Still can't believe this thing is yours.
No. Navy Federal Credit Union gave me such an affordable car loan. The rest was easy. Yeah, I can't imagine why people do.
I do not eat chitlins, Barbie. I don't eat no chitlins, man. I don't eat no pork, really. I'm being honest. And I ain't never made it anyway. My grandmothers used to make it, and they no longer here with us. So I wouldn't be able to guide you in the right direction for a good chitlin recipe. I'll try Google, maybe.
So the Cowboys are at 23. Justin Fields is 0-25 as a starter when the opponent scores 21 plus. And there are a lot of conclusions you can draw from this that are not necessarily about Justin Fields, who is facing head coach now as defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. Matt Eberflus is Fields 8-20 as a starter for him in 22. With the Bears.
No, I haven't heard the new Mariah Carey album. I might have to check it out. I love good R&B. So I might definitely look into that. I got a lot of free time while I'm at work, so I definitely could check out Mariah Carey's new album. I know she dropped it though. I've seen her drop it on Casanat stream, so just haven't checked it out though. I'm gonna take your word for it, saying it's the bomb.
This way, rolling with the tight end is Ruckert, a fourth-year man out of Ohio State, to set up a second down and 4 for the Jets. Go a little bit tempo. Fields up onto the line of scrimmage. Don't
Barbie, maybe one day. I have to see what you look like, man. And we way down here in Texas. I don't know where you at. Super Pierre, I see you. I was trying to see if I could translate your messages. I can't translate them though. Oh, you in India? Ooh. Yeah, maybe a Skype date. That's about it. We way in the States, love. Yeah, I can't translate your messages, Pierre. I was trying to see if I could get a Google Translate for me. But I see you in the building, though.
For the Cowboys defense. And they're just going to match up Williams against the right guard, Joe Tippmann. And this is just this 5-down look. They call it 5-0. So now it's just 5 one-on-one pass protection blocks from an offensive line. They talked about their continuity. All the stress was in Dallas, and it's been the complete opposite here today. Yeah, they have gotten whatever they wanted. Otherwise, no touchdown. It's Crawford, the fair catch at the 23 with a blow from Michael Walker. There is a marker down at the 19 on the other side. Penalties have been an issue for both teams. And sacks have been an issue for this offensive line. Joe Tippmann frustrated on the Jets side.
The darkness of the
Exactly. I can invest and trade away.
Yes, and I want them as investments for me too. That's for me too.
What watching as Scrumland was being
Okay, Saquon Barkley. My bad, little technical difficulties. We back though. What's up, Highbury? I think that's Mandarin that Pierre speaking, but it looked like you just switched to English. I told him I don't speak no Mandarin. But what's up, Pierre? I can read your messages now, bro.
Ball for splitting. Let's go. Good.
the teams that study it, the teams that prepare for it, and obviously the teams that have been together a little bit longer.
Easy. All right, we back. Appreciate everybody in the building. All the likes, comments, the subscribes. Cowboy Nation, we in the building, beating the hell out of the New York Jets. It's 23-3 in the third quarter. We just punted the ball back to the Jets. All my sports gamblers, y'all knew this was a good bet. Cowboys gonna kill them. I need Dak to complete a few more passes, and we cashing. Dang, Pierre, you almost had it, bro. Your last message was in English. Now you went back to Mandarin. I need to learn how to speak it, though. That'd be dope, but that's gonna take some time. I know that's a hard language to learn. What did you do the last time, Pierre, where you put it in English?
Are you kidding me? It's the most addictive night on television.
I wish I could translate them out for real. It won't let me though. Yeah, it won't let me change it, bro. Oh my God. Appreciate the trophies though, Pierre.
It's gonna be first down.
Change just a little bit with Lee Hooker. He's out. He's usually their post safety, and then Donovan Wilson plays down more by the box. But we've been kind of moving him around, and then it's by the line of scrimmage, and that's really. Just
overcoached, all that.
Yeah, so I think it's. Listen, there's no question. You just leave your offense on the field here, and if they have any hope of getting themselves back in this game.
There you go, Pierre. You back, baby.
Obviously, this 4th and 1.
And that last message you just sent. If you could type in that language, you good.
With Fields.
4th and 1.
They're going to run play action. He looks to his left. He throws it. And it's his juggle. And it is incomplete. Man, oh man. They needed half a yard.
Turnover on downs. Cowboys get the ball back in midfield.
That's an interesting play call.
One day, a tiny little hand reached out and wrapped around your finger. Now, they have you wrapped around theirs. Soon, those little hands won't be so little anymore. Until then, let's escape together. Hand in hand on a Disney cruise. Get 50% off voyage fare on 3rd and 4th guests on select sailings between October 3rd, 2025 and March 30th, 2026 with the purchase of 2 full fare guests.
If you keep making that face, it's gonna stay like that.
I'm trying to get my own car insurance.
USAA. Grandpa was in the military. You should have membership with your mom so she can share with you.
Easy. USAA. Check if you're eligible today.
Teen romances on Tubi will be free forever.
You mean I have to pick between Brad and Chad forever?
Chad? Who's Chad?
Football, I believe, is like clockwork. Shanghai, Rome, Paris, Lubbock. There is no time zone on Saturday. I made this myself from an avalanche response. Right now, look at those little things. Those people need help.
I still get butterflies to this day. There's a lot of emotions, a lot of things I think about leading up to the game. Energy goes off energy, and that's how it is with the fans.
The Jets turn it over on downs. The Cowboys defense holds the line, and the offense has a short field to work with, just shy of midfield. Play action, handed off Floyd. On the reverse, Ryan Floyd times to 43. Back to the 4th down play that Justin Fields killed into.
Yeah, so he kills it. So look at Donovan Ezra right here. This is what his alert is. If he's inside the tackle, kill it. Now Beck is in the flat, and they're going to 2-on-1 fast break Maris Leofau. But watch when Ezraku, he stunts out. Now he gets in Justin Fields' face. Beck runs into his own player, but Leofau is still there to play as the overhand player. So it was not the wrong decision, just a really good design by the Dallas defense.
Appreciate all the likes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deep ball to George Pickens.
So again, Sauce Gardner, he's winning. He's winning. He's winning. He only had 2 targets, 1 catch leading up to that. But it's then been the splash negatives for this Jets defense. We've talked about it all day. Hand fighting, 2 big physical long athletes going at it.
Ooh,
That's kind
living
of
in
the
the
Jets in a
chat.
nutshell. You play well all game, but
What's
it's
good,
that
Cowboy
one
Nation?
play this time by Sauce Gardner and leads to 6.
That was
Cowboys up 30-3, beating the hell out the New York Jets. 4 minutes, 33 seconds left in the third. Prepare for kickoff. Touchdown to George Pickens.
Maybe he's scared of commitment or getting hurt. What do you think?
Totally.
Okay, Bridgewater, you're in.
Teddy Bridge.
Yeah,
Back up.
George Pickens in the building. We good as long as we got him and CD, man.
Scared of commitment?
Exactly.
You're not a mechanic. It's not your job to fix it.
Before the game last week, Dak said to George Pickens, he said, "I'm going to feed you." He did. He fed him right here.
And just continues to trust that Pickens is going to win downfield. His ability to go up and high point the ball, his ability to win contested catches. I'll tell you what, you got to be really impressed. He came here, he understood he was going to play second fiddle to a degree to CeeDee Lamb. Then CeeDee Lamb goes out with the ankle injury. And really, since that CeeDee Lamb injury, they've gotten a different George Pickens in practice, a different level of intensity.
Oh, you got 5 receptions for him?
Once CD comes back.
Avery Williams on the return for the Jets. They're spiked down at 26. He said after the game last week to Deckfield, "I'm just like CD." That's what they need out of it with CD out. Tuesday, college football kicks off on Saturday. Big Noon Saturday. Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State against the Illini. TCU off a big win last night against Colorado, taking on Kansas State. And Robert Griffin III at his crew will have Kansas and Texas Tech 7:30 Eastern Time from Lubbock on Saturday, only on Fox. You've been to Lubbock?
I have not, but don't you feel like college football has just been like extra exciting this year?
It's you to say that because of what the Hurricanes did last year.
I was waiting for you to bring it up.
Justin Fields up in the middle. He's got Wilson across midfield. And it's a first down. The Jets need something positive here. But yeah, let's be honest. Most of dinner last night was you yelling at your phone about what Miami was doing.
Hey, listen, when the U's back, man, and the U's playing real games at Florida State, football's just better. College football's just better. That's just the truth.
That's an even-handed perspective on college football. Greg Olsen. Fields has Taylor, who pushes forward. Shamar James driving it back. They're going to see first down.
Jets got the ball. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third. It's 30-3 Cowboys. Killing the Jets. Jets on the move now that we done put in a soft coverage in. Trying to fight back, but this game pretty much over with. I'm just watching to see if I can win some money. I need Dak to complete a few more passes. Pickens to catch a few more balls, and Wilson to catch a few more balls. And we cash and shout out the Prize Picks. All my sports gamblers, head on over. I should put my promo code in the chat.
It is strict liability on calls like that. Like if you rolled into somebody. I get it. Here comes Fowler, and he Dolph steals to take him down. Dante Fowler went 1-on-2 to get through for a loss of 12.
Yeah, it's just bad ball. You know, look how inside he is. He's lined up right off of them with a right tackle, and you're never gonna get your backside guard. So they're trying to get John Simpson. He's the left guard. They're trying to get him over to that front side, but with how tight Fowler's aligned, and he's in that like track stance, a 2-point stance, ripping off the edge. You just gotta check out of it. You gotta slide the protection. You're never gonna be able to get your backside line to block.
Here it comes again, putting his shoulder down. As Araku was there as well as a marker and Wilson whirling at the 30, a flagged back at the 40, and it looks like the Cowboys pass rush created a hold after a sack. Downstairs to Pam and chatted with Aaron Glenn.
Yes, I did, and that was at the half. He had a calm exterior when we spoke, but couldn't have been more unhappy about the way things unfolded in that first half.
D-Pod, what up? I'm from Texas, bro. I'm in the United States. Got a lot of out the country viewers, just so you know. I'm in Texas in the USA, man. So I'm a Cowboy fan.
In his NFL career, as this comes to the sideline and Rucker at the tight end, you can see it wearing on Aaron Glenn, considering the type of player he was.
And you can emphasize it all you want. You can show as many cut-ups of guys separating the man from the ball. And you can, the viral videos that kind of went across the internet, you mentioned in the first half of Glenn out there with boxing gloves on. You can do every creative drill in the world. There is an identity to taking the ball away. There's kind of a little bit of a feel where you get one and they come in bunches. They just can't seem to crack the ice.
Clowney is in. He's on the pressure. Here is Davis leaking out of the backfield to 32. The other part of it is they've had fumbles on their own. We mentioned the most in the NFL, and they've only recovered 2 of their own fumbles this year. So whenever the ball has been bouncing around, it's gone to the other team. As the folks here are not thrilled on 4th and 17 that they're going to go ahead and aim for 3 with Nick Folk.
It's going to be interesting. They make this field goal from the 30. Say he makes it. I'll be very curious where the starting position of Dallas's next offensive drive is.
With the new kickoff rules, that one sneaks through for a 30. So
30-6. I don't know why they just kick a field goal. They down 27, but they put 3 more points on the board.
Having insurance is the same as having State Farm. It's like
Getting ready for a Cowboy a New York Jets kickoff.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
30-6. That broke a 30-0 run for the Cowboys. Jets do take the 3. Aaron Glenn talking to a frustrated Sauce Gardner. That's a guy that is unhappy, certainly with penalty last week, as we documented. He was very outspoken about it. Aaron Glenn said, look, you gotta earn that in this league when you've lost 4 games. It's a little bit tougher. Whether that's true or not, that's the way his head coach feels. But 30-6 is not what they had planned to. Nick Folk, off his 487th career field goal attempt, puts it in the end zone. So now they're going to have the ball at the 35 off the field. Here's a matchup we've seen Pickens against Gardner.
Yeah, so they've matched up now 16 times. And prior to the touchdown, he only had 1 catch on only 2 targets. So that was his 3rd targeted, 2nd catch, obviously a big one for a touchdown. So Sauce Gardner, he's competed well all game. I think there's been a lot of negative around Sauce Gardner this year. But you have to remember, his role in this Aaron Glenn system is not only to match and play man coverage, he's done that his entire career. But for the first time in his career, he's matched up exclusively with the opponent's best receiver. He was not asked to do that in the prior regime.
There's a pitch to Blue on the run. I think he was going to be swarmed to the 33. That kickoff, though, that's how it's kind of gone. No, I heard you chuckle. It goes into the end zone. You give the Cowboys the ball at the 35-yard line, and you only get 3 out of it. Aubrey's field goal range is Secaucus.
Yeah, it just, listen, there's a emotional feeling of like scoring points. But you're down 30-3, and you kick a field goal from the 30. I know it was 4th and 17. It's unlikely that you're going to convert it, but it's unlikely that that 3 points to make it 30-6 has any bearing. You gave Dallas 5 more yards of field position for 3 points when you were down 27. Like, it just...
Essentially what you're saying is if the Cowboys want those points back, they'll have the opportunity to get those back, likely.
But yeah, based on field position. I mean, again, it's 3rd down now, so they can convert 1 first down here, and they get the ball around the logo. You're going to match 3 for 3 in a game where you're down by 1,000.
24. But it feels like it.
On a troubling Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
A first away game.
Cowboys up 24 points, headed into the 4th. This game is over. I'm just watching because I be on Prize Picks. Download Prize Picks. Put your sports bet in. I'm just seeing if I cash my bets. I need Dak to complete a few more passes. George Pickens catch a few more balls.
College football, it's up everything.
George Pickens to catch a few more balls for me to cash in. Holding out hope. It's a blowout. It's 30-6. Cowboys probably run the clock out. But hopefully they use George Pickens to pick up a few more first downs. And that's a cash. Shout out to all the Cowboy fans in the chat. Again, it's 30-6 Cowboys going into the 4th quarter. We got the ball, 3rd down. About to close these Jets out. It's not an impressive win. Jets 0-4, about to be 0-5. Cowboys should win this week. Next week we got the Panthers. We should take that home, and we need to lose the rest of the season. So we can get some good draft picks, man, because we ain't going nowhere with this team. It's always a feel-good Sunday when the Cowboys win, though. But real Cowboys fans know we need to be tanking. We need a top 5, top 10 pick. And we need the Packers to suck too. So we can have 2 top 10, top 15 draft picks. But yeah, 4th quarter, 30-6. Cowboys finna take it home, man. Download Prize Picks to get your sports betting on. It's the only reason I'm still tuned in, man.
Just one more way we're building the most resilient coastal grid in the nation.
Fox 26 Morning News Weekends with Denise Middleton and meteorologist Allison Gargaro. It's all a glorious day so far for the Cowboys. If you were so inclined. 30-6. Dallas the lead over the Jets. And the Cowboys are on the ball to start the 4th quarter. The Cowboys trying to get to 2-2-1. They'll cover some tie in the standings that they left the game to the Packers with by a hair with the last second throw by Jordan Love into the end zone.
Woo!
Prescott gets drilled, just got absolutely whacked as he released that ball.
Yeah.
It was Jamie and Sherwood that laid him out.
Yeah, nice blitz design. He started, lined up over the right tackle, Terrence Steele, and he looped all the way to the backside of the pass rush. And his offensive line of Dallas just kind of lost him in the shuffle, and Dak just couldn't get the ball out of his hand as quickly as he's accustomed to. And I think he had an open target, just took a big shot.
Banger to kick it away. And Williams at the 15, 46-yard punt. He gets a return of 16 as we check in with Carissa.
Thank you, Jason. Ravens trailing the Texans 34-3, but bright spot. Derrick Henry punches it in for his 110th career rushing touchdown, which ties him with Walter Payton for 5th most all-time. Texans in control of this one, though, 41-10 over the Ravens.
A lot of big scores on the board.
41-10. I mean, you just think about conversation around Baltimore and how it's just flipped over the last couple of weeks, and then wow.
Yeah. Injured party is Brooks, by the way. Wanye Thomas credited with the tackle there, and it is a big day for his family. His brother Azarie is on the other side for the New York Jets. 2 of 5 kids in the same family from the Florida Panhandle on the field together. And a young family, which as Brees Hall on the run here ends up toward midfield. Pre-game, as Thomas makes the tackle there, Wanye does. This is a family pre-game. Mom Stephanie has been the rock of the family. Azarie and Wanye Thomas, they had nothing by the way they tell it as kids. They slept in cars, in motels. The family house was lost to a fire as Fields throws incomplete. You think of that as the backdrop. 2 kids from the same family, let alone from the difficulties they have had being on the same NFL field, is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it gives me chills watching them before the game. You got to give a lot of love and shout out to Mom. Obviously, what she went through to have 2 boys not only reach this level, but you can just tell their genuine emotion, their love for one another. And that's what it's all about. It's not about how many Super Bowls they end up winning. The fact that they made it here in the first place is just
Fields to throw on 2nd down. It goes this way to the sideline. And a juggle for Wilson. And he did not reel it in. It'll be 3rd down coming up. One last footnote on the brothers Thomas. Wanye said to Azarie, do not call my phone this week.
that's a good rivalry.
That lasted a couple hours. He's blowing up his phone. I mean, it is one of those days that makes a life for a family.
You can see the emotion there on their faces. That's just, those are special moments.
It's a pretty dope story right there.
Double as a Raku, drop it off is Davis on the catch and run, and he will spin. He did not get a favorable spot for the far side official.
So they're going to go hurry up here. So early in the first half, it was quarterback sneak. That was their 4th down and short. Obviously, we saw a play-action pass backfire. See, they went back to a sneak.
It is a sneak, and it's Fields with a marker coming in. There's a marker in on the snap.
Got it. I wonder, did Dallas align in the neutral zone? Yeah, that's been a big point of emphasis on these quarterback sneaks. Officials trying to sort it out.
You could also have an illegal formation. Less likely.
Rolling on the field, this runner was short of the line of game. Offside, offense number 70.
My goodness. That is another 4th down disaster.
I think they're going to get a personal foul on somebody coming off for the change of possession. This has just been an absolute
ragged is the ball for it.
I was censoring myself.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against Dallas, number 7, is first. So the 15-yard penalty, correction, this way. This is a 15-yard penalty, first down. Wow.
Trayvon Diggs called for it. Here's what it was. Oh, wow. Smith face to face with it. Yikes.
Yeah, it is game over with, chat. I was just trying to see if I could still cash. Doesn't look like I will, but I still got a little bit of hope. But download Prize Picks, man. If you watch sports, know sports, confident in your sports knowledge, try to come up, make you a few dollars, man. I have faith in the Jets coming into this year. I thought Justin Fields might have a resurgence. I thought he got a raw deal in Chicago. I thought he played really good for the Steelers. I thought the Jets would be a little better, but clearly it's not the case. Even though they got good players everywhere. They got Sauce Gardner. They got Quentin Williams, the big boy on the defensive line. Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson. I mean, the pieces is there, but hey, I need the Cowboys to suck, which we do. Don't let 2-1 fool you just because we 500. We are awful. We probably will win next week, even though we just playing the Panthers to get the 3-2-1. And after that, it should be all downhill. Which, if you're a real Cowboys fan, that's a good thing, man. We need top 10 NFL draft picks. And if you're a real Cowboys fan, you're rooting for the Packers to suck. Then we got 2 top 15 picks next year. And then we can start the build. Hopefully, get off from under this Dak Prescott Alcatraz contract. And it's up from there. So this season gonna be a wash. But we here anyway because it's DC 4L. All day, every day, twice on Sunday. But yeah, this game running out of time, man. I ain't gonna spend too much more time on here. We'll be back every week screaming the Cowboy games. Like I said, it's 30-6.
I showed you last time on the 4th down. He's going to loop all the way around, but
Turnover on downs.
Sideways on quarterback sneak. This is good movement from the interior of the offensive line. Get in behind them and then go back here. It looked to me like Smith, kind of like jacked out. It looked like he was the aggressor and then Diggs responded.
Yeah, it was that motion that we've seen that signals like you're going to send something the direction of the other person. Mike Pereira, you've been watching this. What do you think of that foul call?
13 minutes left. Second and 11. Cowboys on the Jets. 27 or something like that.
And it's you don't get the guy that really starts the whole thing. So here, to me, Smith should have been called for a foul.
I agree, Mike. At the very least, just make it offsetting penalties.
Very, very non-competitive ass game. Huge blowout, bro.
I agree with Mike.
Down short set, got it to Ferguson again, and he goes with the pugilism approach against Stevens, just punching his way for a couple of yards to set up 3rd down. Yeah, I don't know that any of the officials saw it.
I mean, the white hat was standing right there.
Yeah, I just need Dak to complete 7 more passes. Still hope, chat. We can make a little money this Sunday. Need him to throw a few more balls to Pickens.
It's just cover 0. They got nobody back here. They got everybody at the line of scrimmage.
Here they come. Prescott.
Oh, I needed that.
He is going to run for a long, long time.
I needed that.
So they drop Will McDonald. He's the defensive end. He drops out late, but look at the space. It's just cover 0 look. They drop McDonald out late, just enough to get into that window, but then Gardner and McDonald run into each other. George Pickens hangs on to that ball. He's got himself another big one for a touchdown.
He saw it too. When Pickens looked upfield, and he just saw goalposts. He was thinking a long touchdown. Instead, it's a punt from Anchor. Williams will let it bounce high and out of bounds. Our NFL doubleheader continues next with America's Game of the Week is Jim Daniels. And the Commanders take on Justin Herbert and the Chargers, or the Lions against the Bengals right here on Fox. Lions have bounced back well for the opening loss.
You got to give Dan Campbell a lot of credit. I think after that week 1, there was a lot of, then Johnson's gone, Aaron Glenn is gone. Can you guys keep this thing afloat? All Jared Goff does is continue to play at a high level. Dan Campbell manages situations, 4th downs, goal to go. He manages the modern NFL game probably better than any other coach in the league.
And that is a hope for the Jets that Aaron Glenn, who learned under Dan Campbell, as Brees Hall ends up twisting down at the 30 in the arms of Shamar James. That's a hope, right? Aaron Glenn saw the 0-8 start with the Lions. A couple years later, they end up going to the postseason. The Jets would love to have something similar to that, or similar to what Aaron Glenn saw as a player. First couple years were really rough. And then they end up making a couple postseasons as a marker comes flying in.
19. Snap and fracture. Offense, number 71. I'll get over there, too.
But it's our first snap infraction.
Yeah.
So, it's novelty in the call. We're getting them all.
That's the face of the man who just can't figure out. He's been around the league his entire life, and he just can't figure out why his message just continues to fall flat regardless to self-inflicted negatives.
There's Taylor, who's got a first down. What do you think the answer is? Like, other than creating turnovers, which can be a great equalizer, what is it?
Like most teams that struggle in the league, when you're around the path to being at 5, it's usually a mix of multiple things. It's a mix of personnel, it's a mix of scheme, it's a mix of locker room intangibles.
So Taylor again, he's got another first down. The tight end seen his targets rise the last couple of weeks.
You know, so if it was just one simple thing, all right, replace this one player. All right, hey, let's run these plays. It's not as simple as that, right? And losing creates losing. And unfortunately, around the Jets organization, regardless of who they've run into power as the head coach or regardless of how they're playing.
Sorry to have interrupted.
Yeah, sorry. It's not the first time.
Lost for 47. I'll get over there. First down.
You know, you start thinking, you say, all right, regardless of who they run in at quarterback, regardless of who they run in at head coach, the results haven't changed. And you think back to, give or take, about a year ago, and they moved on from Robert Saleh. They were a top 5 defense in the league. Obviously, things offensively hadn't worked out. Aaron Rodgers got injured his first year. The second year, the offense was struggling. They get rid of Robert Saleh, a defensive-minded culture guy, bring him in with Aaron Glenn, a very similar resume, and they've just gotten worse.
Pressure from Houston there, and an incompletion. There is a flag down. Couple of them, actually. 2 for the price of 1. A BOGO.
Personal foul. Rushing passer. Defense number 53.
Yep.
15-yard penalty. An automatic first down.
Houston came flying in.
Yeah, this is not the first time that we've seen Houston use these kind of picks. Let's see, does he land on Fields? No. I'd love to make it back in. The rule is you can't land with all of your weight. You can see he puts both of his hands off. You kind of surf him. I think Houston's probably executing it to the best of his ability, considering he's rushing the quarterback full speed.
We'll get Mike in after play here. Fields will throw again. He's down to Rooker, and we're not call that time.
It's 10 minutes left in the fourth, chat. I'm only hanging in there to see if I can cash my prize picks. The game is over. It's 30-6. Just driving down, trying to, make the score look reasonable. It's been a demolition, a clinic. I thought we would win. I thought it'd be a little bit closer. So that's a Cowboys typical type game. We should do the Jets like this, but mess around and let the Jets keep it close.
Pressure to that time and nearly intercepted by Rennie Stewart. Wilson does hang on and gets a pat on the head from Diggs for his troubles.
Nah, it's been destruction. Start to finish.
I got another big 6 on my resume because that ball was going directly into Diggs' chest. You see him, he's got his hands ready. Look like he's going to catch a punt. That's an unbelievable catch there by Garrett Wilson. Not only to catch it, but he saves the pick.
When you think of what Diggs and Bland have done to their career in terms of turnover creation, 11 of them for Diggs 4 years ago. Fields pressure in his face again, and that forced him to throw it high. That is Fowler again living in the offensive backfield. Carissa, what do you have?
Well, you guys know what's coming up next year. It's America's Game of the Week. Jaden Daniels, first game back since week 2 after suffering that knee injury, looking good for week 3. And Chippy's got to go through this guy. Over to the Chargers, who are also looking to bounce back after their loss last week. America's Game of the Week coming up next.
DC4L, baby.
Thank you very much, Carissa.
Getting close.
Jamar
to hitting on my boy. I think I need 2 more catches from Garrett Wilson. And a couple more catches from George Pickens. I think 2 more.
Justin Fields finally gets there again, and that is going to be well short of the marker. Alan Lazard with the catch. It's 4th down for the Jets, and they're going to go for this one.
Yeah, you have to. You know, you think back to when this Dallas defense was amongst the
Need
best.
Dak to throw about 7 more passes.
You know, under Dan Quinn,
That's a lot, seeing that it's almost over. We might not hit this board, chat.
The stunts, the picks. This is the best version of the line games and the stunts rushing the passer we've seen out of this Dallas front all season.
5 sacks so far today, looking for yet another 4th down stop. Fields over the middle, got it inside the 5 to Hall, who hangs on this time as he gets cracked by Murray. 1st and goal for the Jets.
Yeah, really nice option route by Brees Hall. That's a really good job there on Kenneth Murray. Just kind of sets him up.
He gonna throw a touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson, and we live.
For a minute there, I was hoping he didn't reach that ball across the goal line.
The fumble that he had late in the first half was a 20-point. Is a huge time. Taylor in motion, fake it to Hall. Fields, end zone, touchdown. Andrew back for the first Jets touchdown this afternoon. There is a marker in at the near side. It looks like it'll stay. It looks like it's against the Titans.
That's a really good throw. There's a Raku right in his face. He puts this ball right on the front shoulder pad of back. Again, that looks like an easy throw. It's a 2-yard completion, but to throw that ball in the flat under pressure accurately for your fullback to catch it, it's actually a sneaky, tough throw. Obviously, they're going to go for 2 here and try to compile as many points as they can here with 8 minutes to go in the 4th.
They needed to try to make it a 2-possession game on the 5th career touchdown for Beck. In year number 6 for him. Lazard in motion, Fields to the end zone, and a nice catch by Taylor, flashing his hands in front to complete the 2-point conversion. So about 8 minutes left. It's a 2-score game. The Jets showing some life.
30-14. 7:56 left in the 4th. It really ain't no game. We got the best field goal kicker in the game. 1 field goal, it's over with. Just can't score fast enough to make this a game. But they can throw Garrett Wilson 2 more passes. And I need Dak to go on 1 more touchdown drive using George Pickens. Cash money. Cash money, but it's 30-14. 8 minutes left in the 4th. DC 4L. One of the only Sundays of the season I'm going to be able to feel good about the Cowboys. I don't even feel good. I wish we would have lost to the Jets. I want the number 1 pick in the draft, but I'll take a top 10 pick. I know we're going to beat some of these teams. We shouldn't be no more than 6-11 or 6-10-1.
No fees on
I'll take 5-11-1.
What's in your wallet?
Great draft pick incoming.
With Prime Big Deal Days coming October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away. Top deals up to 40% off.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu, which means make a meal and save. Extra value meals are back. So now, get a sausage McMuffin with egg meal for $5.
Now look here, detective.
Film noirs on Tubi will be free forever.
So you're telling me I'll have this old-timey accent forever?
Forever, hey?
Well, ain't that a kick in the head?
I still get white flies to this day. There's a lot of emotions, a lot of things I think about leading up to the game. Energy builds off energy, and that's how it is with the fans.
Justin Fields has the Jets within 2 scores. It would be 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions, but this Jets defense has been one of the best in the NFL at forcing 3-and-outs this year. Coming into the game, they were tied for second in the NFL with the most 3-and-outs forced. We'll see if they onside kick it here at 7:56. What do you think, Greg? You got 3 timeouts.
Yeah, remember, it is a 2-score game technically, but if you factor that at 2-point conversions and give or take a 50-50, you got to play for at least 3 possessions if you're the Jets. So I get why they want to go onside kick, because you're really just playing a possession game here, and with a little under 8 minutes to go, 2 possessions is realistic. You're likely going to need a third, and that's where the math starts coming in.
It was right to Tolbert.
So, not the problem with onside kick nowadays is like,
You're almost there, Chet. Need Dak Prescott to complete 7 passes.
Covering it with the new rules, and you can't run up to the line. The percentage chances of getting it are pretty slim.
Dak back to throw. Climb in the pocket.
Number 1. 6 more.
Andre Cisco and Malinoa with the hit. Dak Prescott, you see the 3 touchdowns. Once again, 223 yards. It's his 41st 3 passing touchdown game, the most in Cowboys history. And he talked this week about the guys that he wants to emulate in Cowboys history. Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman. He wants a championship very badly. And this offense has certainly done its part so far this year. It's a handoff for Williams, dancing outside. And he's met by Stevens. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, it's because Dak Prescott, you play quarterback for the Cowboys. You're going to get compared to some of the all-time greats, right? Staubach, Aikman. Recently, I know Romo obviously had a ton of success. Doesn't have the Super Bowl rings of the other 2, and now that Dak's been the quarterback there as long, you're starting to creep up. You're the record, you're the team leader and record holder in yards. And he said, "Listen, I don't care about anything. The only record I care about is that Roger Staubach and Troy, they got 5 Super Bowl rings, and I've got 0. The rest of my career, I'm going to base it off of that, not how many yards and touchdowns I throw for." Yeah.
Williams again. He was tough to take down. Javonte Williams came into the game 7th in the NFL in yards after
Running the clock out.
He was a weapon.
Not going to be able to cast today.
I think we got to give a little credit to Clayton Adams. So maybe a guy that doesn't get a lot of conversation around here. He came over from the Arizona Cardinals. Brian Schottenheimer
Won't give up. We need 6 passes, man.
Years ago, as he's always been trying to keep a short list of candidates in the event he got a chance to build his own staff as a head coach. And Adams is heavily involved in the run game, and his impact is written all over this Dallas offense, who the last couple of years have really struggled to run the ball.
Back to Williams.
Every coming to Jets. Okay, they're gonna. I was gonna say the Jets might want to start thinking about taking some timeouts here. But
the other part of it is when you onside kick and your opponent is a team that has Brandon Aubrey kicking. And that's why the onside kick is a little curious to me, because you're down 2 scores, but you're no longer 2 scores down if you give up a field goal.
Right, and again, without getting into all the math on 2-point conversions, you start factoring, you're probably only a 25% chance of scoring and getting both if you go 50% or 50% and all that. So look at us, math majors up here breaking it down. But at the end of the day, though, if you can't stop them, it doesn't matter. Because you kick the ball off and give them the ball up to 30, and they bleed a bunch of clock and get a bunch of first downs. You're not going to have enough possessions anyway. So
you do keep belief for longer. You keep there's an illusion of.
Right. There's a lot of coaches in this league who coach for the illusion of being competitive as opposed to what gives us the best chance to win.
Dak on the roll. He's got Spanford in front of him, and he'll just sit down. To call it a slide might be expansive of the definition of slide.
Throw the fucking ball.
Jets take another timeout.
And they will.
Yeah, so again, it's a 16-point game. They're on the verge of another field goal attempt at bare minimum with the best kicker in the league.
Second Chargers timeout ahead, New York.
But again, just
30 seconds.
for those of everyone still watching, you always want to take your timeouts on defense, and you always want to take your timeouts.
It's 30 to 14.
2-minute warning are all on the
39 Cowboys in Jets territory. Off an onside kick, we didn't have to go far. Gonna grab another field goal.
extend the game here in the fourth quarter and elected to use his timeouts.
5 minutes, 30 seconds left.
Two pieces of that. Number one, three timeouts. Essentially.
Cowboys Nation, we take another dub.
Possession with the 3 times. It does double back to the decision to kick the field goal earlier. I know it's 4th and 17. There's a lot at play there, but now you're down 2 scores, and that field goal for the Cowboys could put it away. Dallas will call a timeout of its own.
First Chargers timeout ahead, Dallas. It'll be 30 seconds.
Jake Ferguson so far in this game, 7 catches, couple of touchdowns. Pam Oliver, what'd you see?
Well, Jason, he is doing well, but he just came out of the medical tent. The medical staff had a conversation with him, and the whole time he was trying to sneak on the field. They were trying to encourage him not to go, but I guess all is well because he's back out there, but they didn't want him to be.
He was shaking him out. He got a little stinger. He came to the sideline. He was doing the. You got a little tingle in the hand. You kind of just start shaking it. But he's all right. He's been a big part of this offense. He's had a great year so far.
Somewhere in the entire Wisconsin tight end room is cheering. Jake Ferguson right now. 3rd down and 9 for Dem Boyz. Clean pocket, left right hand side. It is Ryan Floyd of Homewood Florence High School in the Chicago suburbs for a 1st down.
Flournoy, he's had himself a game. A lot of favorable matchups with the attention of Sauce Gardner, zone or man, following George Pickens, and it had really been Toller and Pickens that had gotten the kind of the uptick in targets in the absence of CeeDee Lamb. But today it's been Flournoy, continues to separate, continues to be the guy in one-on-one matchups that Dak Prescott continues to avoid.
His way, Central Missouri, Iowa Western, Southeast Missouri State, like every point on the compass, from the South Chicago suburbs to college to the NFL, is Javonte Williams goes thundering through. Carissa, what do you have? A game break.
Well, Jason, let you guys know, Broncos down 7, looking to give the Eagles their first loss. Bo Nix hits Evan Ingram, who breaks the tackle, gets in for the score. They go for 2, they get it. Broncos win 18-17 with 5 minutes remaining.
That's 3D chess right there. Go for 2. Put the pressure on the undefeated.
Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't see it on the monitor how much time left.
5:01.
Yeah, so typically you go for 2 in that situation as opposed to tying the game when it's like under a minute. You're thinking, all right, it's a time to just win this in regulation. It's interesting to go for 2 with 5 minutes still left in the game. It doesn't really alter Philadelphia's approach.
But that's more than the illusion of belief. That's like put the hammer down right now and prove that we can do this.
Listen, you've stood next to me for a couple games. I've been very clear where I stand on today's modern NFL. When you coach there and you're not willing to use 4th down to your advantage, you're not willing to use 2 points to your advantage, you better have the best roster in football because half the victories are going to be small.
Dak, drop it off. Easy walk-in touchdown, Javonte Williams.
Jason, I feel like I stand up here and say this every single tailback fast to the flat.
We definitely not hitting. George Pickens went way under 6 catches. He only had 2 on the day. It's only 4 minutes left in the game. Cowboys finna win in convincing fashion. We just dropped another 6 on them. It's 37-14. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the 4th. If you care to tune in to the game, you know there's more games on all Sunday. But DC Nation, we take another dub. Won't be too many of these this season, which is a good thing. Again, we're rooting for top 10 draft picks. But we back every Sunday, All my Cowboys fans, Cowboy Nations, tune in. He got Game Sports. And I'll see y'all boys in the game.